Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I am going to show you how to test Azure function locally with Visual Studio Code Editor. If you don't see Azure function icon here in Visual Studio Code Editor, that means you haven't installed Azure function extension. Please do check out my previous video for this. Alright, let's get started. First, go to portal.azure.com. Make sure you are logging successfully. Now click on let's create new storage account. Click on storage account. Click on create. In the subscription, select your subscription. In the resource group, select your resource group, or you can create new resource group. Select your storage account name. I am going to create new storage account name. I'll name it Blob Azure Demo. Region, I'm going to choose West India. Performance, I will keep it as a standard. Redundancy, I will select LRS. I will keep the rest of the setting as default. And now I will click on review and create. It will take some time for the validation. Now once the validation has passed, click on create. Once the deployment is completed, click on go to resources. Now we can see our storage account is created successfully. Now let's create the containers. Click on container on the left side of the menu. Go to containers. Name the container. I'll name it as a blob container. I will keep it as a private and just click on create. Now that we have created our blob container, let's create our Azure function in Visual Studio. Open Visual Studio Code Editor. Click on extension. Let's install Azure function extension. Once Azure functions is installed successfully, we also need to install Azure functions core tool. Just go to this GitHub URL, copy this command, go to Visual Studio Code Editor again, click on Azure extension, close this, click on terminal, click on new terminal and type this command. This will install Azure Functions Core Tools. If you get npm command not found error, you need to install Node.js in your system, and after that you can run this command again. Once we have installed Azure Functions Core Tools, now we can create our Azure function. Click on create function, create new project, select project path, I am going to use Python. Select Python version, select Azure Blob Storage Trigger, name our function Blob Trigger function, press enter. I am going to create new local app setting. I am going to choose existing Blob Azure demo that we had created. Here we need to enter our container name. So the container name is blob container, copy, and then we'll paste it here, put slash, and we'll keep name as it is. press enter, open in current window. It will create virtual environment for us. Once our virtual environment is created successfully, let's test this function. Click on run without debugging. This will first install the requirements from requirement.txt. We can ignore this warning for now. If you want to remove this warning, just install .NET Framework. Now we can see our function name and it has acquired the instance. Let's now upload file in our container. Go back to container, upload new file. I'm going to upload requirement.txt file. Click on upload. Now go back to Visual Studio. Now we can see our Azure function has executed successfully on new arrival of files. In the next tutorial, we will see how we can deploy this local function into our Azure cloud environment.